Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms, and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be talking Jets on a live radio show. I take live callers, call in. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Now, with that said and done and put to the side, I come to talk to you folks today about Aaron Rodgers signing his rework deal. Oh yes, we got one of that new contract. We're going to be discussing that. We're also going to be discussing training camp, man. There's been some things moving and shaking. A lot of updates to discuss. A lot of things, happening. Players making plays. Guys looking good. We got to discuss all of this. So first, we're going to start with Aaron Rodgers, all right? And signing his new deal. All right, today, Aaron Rodgers signed a 2-year, $75 million deal, okay, that is fully guaranteed. Wow, okay. Now, keep in mind, on his previous deal, he was due close to $110 million, okay, on the previous contract. But guess what? That man took a $35 million pay cut, and here we are. Wow. I mean, wow. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy to even hear that, right? A player of Aaron Rodgers' ilk, okay, selected the New York Jets this offseason, told everybody, I want to be a Jet, became a Jet, and then turned around, reworked his deal, took a $35 million pay cut, and here we are. Unbelievable. Okay? Now, keep in mind, Aaron Rodgers, okay, has done this to help the New York Jets continue to build around him. Okay? He wants to continue to have pieces put around him, whether it be offensive linemen, whatever, right? Help with the defense, whatever it is that we need. He's allowing that to happen, giving $35 million back because what does he want to do? He wants to win, and he wants to win big. And he's told us that time after time after time. From the time that he got here, he's been saying that Lombardi, in that case, that standalone Lombardi you guys got, it's looking a little lonely. It needs some company. He's been talking about Super Bowl expectations. He's been talking about taking the big one. Every single time he's been talking about that, and he's put his money where his mouth is. He gave away $35 million. He's made more than enough in his career because I need you to continue to go out there and handle business, Joe Douglas, in that office and continue to get me pieces and players wherever you see fit so that we can continue to move forward and do what we got to do. What a guy, man. What a guy. And you know what's crazy? This smashes all those negative narratives that were constantly put out there left and right about Aaron Rodgers when he was on his way to becoming a New York Jet. Anybody remember those? Oh, Aaron Rodgers is a selfish guy. Oh, Aaron Rodgers is this. Oh, Aaron Rodgers is that. He's a bad teammate. He's this, he's that. He's all about himself. Aaron Rodgers has blown up every single one of those narratives since he's gotten here. We've seen that. We've seen him step in, voluntary workouts, immediately get on the field with guys, working things out, making sure that guys know where they're supposed to be, helping them break down film, stopping stuff in practice and reworking things until guys get it right. We've seen that. We've also seen him come in as well, right? And start to bond with the players too. He's all about building relationships with people. If it's not him eating with players, having meals with them and stuff like that, we've seen him go out in town with players and have a good time. We see him sitting down talking to people constantly left and right. He didn't come in all big bad Aaron Rodgers. I don't need you guys. No, he came in here and said, I want to be part of this team. I'm the leader of this team. Let's do what we need to do. Let's all come together, bond, and get the goal done. That's what it's all about. All that negative stuff that people talked, that's all been squashed. All of it. All of it have been squashed. You know what else? Kudos to Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh. Because Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh have put this football team in a position where a guy of the ilk of Aaron Rodgers looked at us and said, I want to be a Jet. And not only looked at us and said, I want to be a Jet, but when the time came, he said, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to make sure that we can do whatever we can do cap-wise to get us where we need to go, because I believe in Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh and the vision. I'll give you $35 million back. Go do what you got to do. This is a different time, man. This is a different time. See, back in the day, this wouldn't have happened with the New York Jets. When Mike McCagnon was the general manager, this wouldn't have happened with the New York Jets. When Adam Gase was the head coach, this wouldn't have happened with the New York Jets. None of that would have happened here. Guys would have been running to get out of here, okay? But not now. Not now. So, that rework deal, $35 million back, unbelievable. Salutes and respect to Aaron Rodgers. And again, kudos to Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh for everything they're building here. This is a new time and a new day. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about training camp as well. We talked about what Aaron Rodgers has done off the field, signing that new deal, $75 million guaranteed, 2 years, right? But let's talk about what this man is doing on the field. Whoa! The connection that him and Garrett Wilson are building is going to be fun to watch this upcoming season, let me tell you. It's going to be unbelievable. The throws that we are seeing, the throws and catches that we are seeing from Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson have been ridiculous in camp. Ridiculous. I want y'all to watch this clip, okay, of Aaron Rodgers throwing to Garrett. Just this play alone is unbelievable. Watch this. Wow. I'm talking wow. I mean, this is ridiculous, right? This is ridiculous. I cannot wait to see us light defenses up this upcoming season. Garrett's going to go off, bro. He's about to go to the moon, baby. I'm telling you. He was good last season, but now with Aaron Rodgers throwing him the football, whoa, it's going to be something else, okay? Now, we talk about the offense. Aaron Rodgers has been looking great. Garrett Wilson has been one of the stars of camp, right, on the offensive side of the ball. But honestly, for the most part, the offense from the start of camp until now has been kind of up and down, right? Which is expected. It's a new offense. We've seen a lot of pre-snap penalties. We've seen, sometimes guys not running the right routes, not where they're exactly supposed to be. And we've seen Aaron Rodgers kind of go to guys and have discussions with them about where they need to be. But outside of Garrett Wilson, there have been some other guys that have kind of shined, right? We see Michael Carter. Michael Carter looks good out there. Izzy Anabenakanda, right? We've seen some good runs. He had almost like a 50-yard TD run, I believe, today, right? And keep in mind, they're in pads now, so things are looking good out there. Another wide receiver as well that's looked pretty good, Jason Brownlee. Jason Brownlee has been a guy, and I talked about him in the past, that I thought can really push to make himself a tough cut. Make himself a tough cut, and he is going to be very tough. Keep in mind, him and Aaron Rodgers are constantly having dialogue. We've seen Aaron Rodgers talking to Jason Brownlee often on the field, helping this guy and coaching him up. So he's building that connection with Rodgers too, and he's been making some plays out there. Jeremy Ruckert as well has looked good, okay? Jeremy Ruckert is a guy that's going to be, making some waves here. We talk about that tight end position being stacked. Of course, CJ Uzomah coming off that PUP. He's back. He's doing his thing. Tyler Conklin. And now you got Jeremy Ruckert really taking a step forward. Ooh, we could see Ruckert really do some things this upcoming season during the season. Now, you also got to talk about the Jets' offensive line when you talk about this offense, man. Now, Becton, all right, he's had some good stuff going early in camp. He was looking solid. He was moving well. A couple days, he looked all right, but then he got beat on back-to-back plays. I believe it was a day ago. But, that happens, especially when you're facing guys the ilk of Will McDonald and Carl Lawson and these guys, right? But then today, he was sat out of practice because he's dealing with that knee. Now, that knee flared up again, the same knee he injured, flared up a little bit today. Sulla and the staff, the coaches, the doctors, all that stuff, decided to be patient with it, sit him out of practice today. And so he just took his time. Now, keep in mind, the offense did lose today to the defense. So when they did their, push-ups and stuff like that, Becton did go out there with them and do their up and down. So Sulla came out and talked about it, and he also said, this is a thing, hopefully they'll see him out on the field tomorrow, but they're not like panicking about it, right? There's a lot of Jets fans that want to bash him, call him a bust already, saying he's trash and all that stuff. It is one day of training camp, okay? It's training camp. Let's relax, all right? This guy's working things out. He's coming off a knee injury. It may flare up a little bit. Hopefully he'll be all right. We're going to continue to go for it, see when he gets back on the field. And according to Sulla, it could be tomorrow, okay? So we'll see. But keep in mind, Becton has been rotating between that left tackle and right tackle spot, him and Billy Turner and all those guys, right? Now, Max Mitchell, though, at right tackle. Becton's been out. Whew. Max Mitchell looks really good at right tackle, but he looked really good at right tackle last season. Right? He looked really good then too, okay? But he's been looking really solid there at right tackle spot. We'll see what happens going forward, but that might be the spot he's actually going to grab. Tippmann has been working a lot with the third team guys. I don't know what's going on with him, where he is within that center, that center battle with Connor McGovern, but he has been working a lot with the third team guys. We'll see what happens going forward, but hopefully, he'll be elevated at some point, given some reps with those second teams, those first team guys, and then, hopefully he steals that center position, but we'll see. But as of right now, Connor McGovern is looking like, the guy that's going to take that spot. But we'll see. It's camp, it's early, things are still rolling, right? And you also got Dwayne Brown, who should be coming off the PUP soon. He should be coming off the PUP list soon. He's dealing with some stuff, so we'll see what happens when he's added back into the fray. Now, talking about the offense, something. But, boy, this defense is unbelievable, let me tell you. We're going to talk about this defense. Listen, this defensive line of the New York Jets is ferocious, bruh. It's ferocious, bruh. Like, I don't know what to say, bruh. It's ferocious, bruh. Quinnen Williams and Al Woods, bro, on running plays, unblockable. These guys just blow things up, man. They just blow things up, bruh. You can't block them, bro. They coming downhill and they causing problems, okay? We also saw, guys just getting manhandled up front, all right? Our defensive line has really been eating our offensive line up. Like I said, Quinnen Williams, Al Woods going off. Listen, Will McDonald has been making plays here and there as well. We've seen guys doing work. Huff, too, he's been looking good. Man, this Jets defensive front is going to be something to deal with. These opposing offensive lines that we're going to play this upcoming season, bro, they ain't ready. I'm keeping it all the way real with you, bro. They ain't ready for what we about to bring up front. I'm telling you, it's going to be a long day for some fools out there, all right? Also, another guy as well on the defense that has really surprised me, and I talked about this position because there was a lot of uncertainty at safety. I talked about that position. And from the jump, I was just kind of looking at it like, okay, Whitehead, strong safety, Amos, free safety. That's kind of done there. I talked about Tony Adams, a guy, he'll probably be back battling for that backup safety position. Everything's going to be good. I definitely think he'll make the roster. He's going to have an impact. Well, Tony Adams looked at your boy and said, Joe, I can do more than that, bruh. Let me tell you something. Tony Adams has shown up and shown out in camp, okay? Shown up and shown out. He's been making plays. He's been knocking balls away. He's been playing really good coverage. Even Sulla has talked about how he's taken a step forward in his mental makeup and everything he's doing. I'm telling you right now, Tony Adams, to me, looks at this point like he is probably going to be the New York Jets' starting free safety. And I'm telling you, that's what it looks like, man. This dude is flashing everywhere, and he is making plays out there, bro. Now, Amos, I think he's still getting himself acclimated to the defense at this point. But Tony Adams, man, to me looks head and shoulders over anybody for that free safety position. So it just looks like he might get it. Listen, comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about Aaron Rodgers signing that new deal, 2 years, $75 million? What are your thoughts about it? Give me your thoughts about training camp so far. How do you feel about Mekhi Becton sitting out in practice? I know people are screaming, bust, bust, bust. I'm like, oh, slow down. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts about Garrett Wilson, the way he's showing up and showing out? How do you feel about Tony Adams? You know what I'm saying? Let your boy know in the comments. Let's go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.